Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday nights, at least where I'm at. It's Friday night, Saturday morning, and afternoon to everyone else around the world. I'm excited to see what messages come through. And hello, hello, everybody joining. Appreciate you all being here. And before we get started, I do want to send some love out to the world. And if you want to join me in doing that, I would love that. And whether you're watching this on replay or live, we're just going to join each other outside time and space with a beautiful love energy from above and send it out to the world. I'm just going to take a big, deep breath to come back to this moment and just allow that love energy just to flow down into our heart, fill us up, and out to the world. And if you are in need of love energy today for your heart, your mind, your body, or for any situation, we send it to you as well. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so, so much for joining me and doing that. And hello, hello, everybody. All right. So we will get into the readings. I do want to let everyone know we have just one more day left for this week's weekly energy update drawing. So I'll post the link down here. So this is the link to the November weekly energy updates. The ones dated November 20th, which would have been starting last Sunday, but they came out last Saturday. There's 12 videos, and if you watch one and comment, then you'll be entered into the drawing. If you watch more than one and comment on more than one, then you also will be entered into multiple times for as many as you watch and comment. So you can watch for your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus, if you're looking for love and how you interact with divine feminine. If you want to know Mars, your Mars sign for divine masculine, we have all these different windows that we get to look out regarding astrology to see different areas of our life. So feel free to watch as many as you like and comment on as many as you like. I'll close it tomorrow after my morning session and then announce on Sunday like I have been. Also, I've been putting out daily winners for the 1 hour recorded reading off of that, the video I put out for celebrating 1,000 plus subscribers on YouTube. So number 5, I think, was today. So we're halfway there, but there's another drawing that's embedded within those videos. So if you watch them, you can also look at winning a special hedge of peace and love. So be sure to check that out too. All right. So I'm excited to get into the reading. So enough advertising and let's get in here. So, hey, Shruti, welcome, welcome. Shruti Kumari. I'm doing very well. Hope you're doing well. And you will start off with you. So, Shruti, you want to know what is your result going to come today in any general reading? All right. So let's get started. Hopefully, everyone had an amazing day, amazing night, wherever you're at in the world. And let's take a look here. So, for Shruti, what is the result going to be today? Okay. So, those will be the result. And anything else? General reading? Okay, those two. All right. Well, I think that your results today are going to be in favor of you because you've got the 10, the major 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune, which is about things turning in your favor. And you also have the 10 of Pentacles, which is about abundance in your outside world. So I've definitely a strong message there of things going very well for you, whatever the result is this for. So it looks like it's going very nice for you. And then general reading, they do have a nice balancing coming in here in your outside world with the Two of Pentacles. And it's just understanding that there's this ebb and this flow in the outside world, and just there can be some nice balance in like intentional balance in your outside world too. Just don't do overdoing things in any area of your life. Just enjoy the balancing, even balancing balance, but balancing things. And I like that it has to do with your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets and your mentalities, because you have the Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, which she has the ace here. This allows her to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm and allows you to cut away some small t truths that are related to the fear of losing conditional love. So some expectations in life. I just feel like there's a lot of stress around. I mean, obviously there's whatever this result is, but there's performance, how things are supposed to be, how they should be. It can bring a lot of out of balanceness in our lives, because that long list of things that are supposed to be can get way out of hand very fast, especially when everyone else gets involved too with all their opinions and everything else, right? So I love that they're having you connect to this higher place, looking at your life and looking at your uh, thoughts and your beliefs about life and who you are supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be. All those are expectation words where you can have some clarity come in that'll set you free. Less and less things to fear is a beautiful balance and clearing of things away. But I mean, those other two, those tens, boom, some good positive things coming in. And I believe that helps balance things out too, because some big fears are going to be relieved for you. So I like that. So that's what they have for you, Shriti. So many blessings to you. And let us jump in here. Next will be Christy. Hey, Christy. Hello, hello. I am doing very well. Hopefully, you are doing well as well. And so, will you be moving in the spring? Your daughter and you. All right. Let's take a look here. Let's see. Will there be movement? All right. Well, let's take a look here. Let me just one more clarifying card here. Maybe. Okay. Well, you have a wish fulfillment card come in here, and they are saying that you eventually will move into this place of feeling like your wishes are come true, emotional wishes. But they're saying it's going to take a little longer than expected, because you have the temperance, the patience, which is about things just take a little bit more time to get worked out. And you also have the justice card about balancing thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and attitudes. It seems like there's going to be some situations that are coming up that are just going to, how would you say, rattle your cage in a positive way of how you are like your expectations. So whatever this pause is happening for you to do this reflection, for you, instead of going a certain direction, I feel you'll alter it a little bit, because things will work themselves out, things will clarify themselves too in your own expectations and your thoughts and your beliefs. So it seems like you are going to have like these wish fulfillments come through, but they do want you to clarify. Yeah, it looks like there's some emotional confusion going on, but also that there's multiple choices coming on. And again, the Justice card popped up for you. So there's some clarity around what the wish really is. And I feel like right now there's a certain perception. Um, it's like they're showing me a two-sided menu, and you see the one side of the menu, and you're like, "Oh, well, let's see. I guess I'll if these are my choices, I'll have this." And then suddenly they're like, "Oh, no, 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 there's another side," and you flip over the side and you're like, "Oh my god, this stuff is so much better than the other one." And so there's like this other option that opens itself up between now and then, and they're just wanting you to calmly and peacefully, patiently review the options that will be coming forward. And I feel like that means that your wishes change. It's like the 7 of cups with all those 7 cups, it's like there's multiple things to choose from instead of just one. So that's what I feel. So I don't feel like you're moving exactly in spring. I feel like something changes, which changes your course, which just delays it, um, the move, because just a couple more things need to fall in place before where you're going. So that's what they have for you right now, Christy. So many blessings for you. All right, Natalia, you are up. How much, tell you how much marriage is going to be. So I think you are asking, what I feel you're asking is when is the marriage going to be? Like how much longer? Not like how much is it going to cost? How much is that marriage going to cost me? Oh, my dear, if you could only know. Let's take a look here. What does spirit want you to know? Uh, okay, none of those. So can you tell us about when this marriage will be? How much longer? Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a bit longer. Just because you've got you have the 2 of Pentacles, which is where I feel the delay is. There's just some balancing that needs to come out between the two of you and your partner. You do have the wish fulfillment card, which does show that some wonderful, wonderful energy coming in around marriage, and that it's going to be um, worth the wait if you wait and you let things balance out. It just shows so much um, clarity, so much joy, and it's like you're not rushing, and so you make choices that are more in favor of your wish fulfillment. Because you have the 5 of discs here, 5 of pentacles, which is about learning, really about your relation to where your sustenance comes from, where your wholeness comes from. And it's fives are number of transformation, where you're transforming from looking at this outside world as what will make you feel whole and complete, and look upward. It teaches you to look upward to what really brings you everything you need each moment, instead of the outside world, because the outside world, unstable, conditional love. You can say something that someone triggers, they withdraw in fear and withdraw support from you, and you're like, well, wow, that makes us feel very scared and walking on eggshells around people. But you are learning through this waiting period of looking upward to source, to the creator, to the mother and father of all things, whatever you believe your higher power is. And it's this transformation, knowing that they are the ones that bring us everything we need in each moment, and that we always have everything we need. We may not have all our future needs in this moment, but we'll have what we need right now. And we can trust that, and we develop this relationship because we know this will never stop because it's unconditional. Unlike the outside world that's conditional, there's no conditions, nothing we can do to anger the gods and make them back away and ostracize us and not give us what we need. In fact, they want to give us what we need in each moment, and even more so above and beyond. So that's what they are looking at, um, transforming here. And so it's going to be the more you work on your self love and on that balancing and on that connection, the faster it moves in the outside world. But right now, if the balancing's taking a slow time, like a scale, if it's balancing and you're putting a little tiny pebble on each, it's going to take a long time. The bigger pieces you put on and take off, the faster it balances out. So a lot of the timing is going to be within yourself. So that's what they have right now for you, Natalia. So many blessings to you. All right, lucky stars, you are up next. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's definitely my pleasure. It brings me joy to be here with all of you. So, who's your secret admirer? Well, they won't be a secret admirer anymore. It'll just be an admirer. Isn't a secret admirer more fun? Let's take a look here and see what they want you to know here. So, tell us about the secret admirer. All right. Well, there is the chariot, which is movement. And so this is telling me that there's going to be movement on this secret admirer towards you. So, and soon, um, there's going to be an ending of a cycle and a new beginning. I feel like this is that the ending is the secret is out. There's no more not knowing who it is, because you have the Prince of Discs, which is the Knight of Pentacles in the Standard Tarot, and this means that I feel like this means the wait is over, because with this ending of the cycle, it means it's been taking a while. And normally this is about patience, but I feel like in this, that means the patience is over, that things will be revealed. Now, and I feel like it's because of this is also ending here, because the 5 of Cups, it represents here the 3 spilt cups down there are the past relationships and disappointments and the tears that were shed. You filled up a whole bathtub and you're done. You've reached your limit, and now you're ready to go to the 2 of Cups, which is emotion, emotional relationship, partnership that is going to be coming forward here. So I do feel like it's going to be coming much sooner than later, because you have been waiting, wondering that someone admires me, someone is interested in me, and what's the problem? Why haven't they stepped up? Well, it's been because you and them, you both needed to work on your self love in different areas of your life, and you've been doing that, and so it's like mourning and moving past. Uh, Kind of integrating and flowing through some old emotions that you've been holding on to. You're letting go. You're both letting go of some past pains, which is great, because it means you guys are magnetizing yourself to be in more alignment with being ready for love. And so the secrecy has been so that you would work on your self love, that they would work on their self love. But I feel like it's going to be brought out into the open here very soon. So you'll move from having a secret admirer to a capital A admirer that is making themselves known and wooing you. So that's what they have for you, lucky stars. So you are so lucky. All right. Many blessings to you. All right, Anjali, you are up. Hey, hey. Ask for reading for your daughter. So where she has to focus to accomplish anything, she is doing good on the right path. All right, so we'll take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about your daughter here. So where can she focus to have her path be to her highest experience here? Anything else? Nope. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. So, one thing that she can look at is her thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around heartbreak and about what expectations have been disappointing. All expectations eventually equal disappointment because no one can maintain our desires over them for forever. Eventually, something's going to fail when it comes to expectations. You can see the heartbreak card, the 3 of Swords is the expectation card. I call it the expectation card. And this is about all the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets that we've been taught since we're very young. Some of what you have taught, some of what the world has taught, her peers, movies, there's all sorts of stuff that's poured in, which you taught, what was taught to you, which was taught to them, which was taught to them, keeps going all the way back, right? So there's all these expectations that she gets to experience and understand that they are rooted in the fear of losing a conditional love. But the justice card comes in here and comes to the rescue to let her know that our heart can never truly be broken. It's just the fear that pricks our heart is what feels like our heart is breaking, but it doesn't. This is actually the um, Ace of Swords up here normally, which connects us to the higher truths that are rooted in unconditional love. And it helps balance out this. It allows her to see that there will be a choice that she can choose between these old expectations that are rooted in fear or this higher love, seeing things from a higher perspective. So allowing her to look at the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that she's had allows her to set herself free instead of feeling like she has to live life like so super, like in here, she cuts more expectations away, which allows her life to be open. It allows her to see more things, experience more things, and not have to feel like she has to control everything. And what that brings in is joy, which is her other card here. So she replaces 3 of Swords with 3 of Cups, feeling joy, feeling overflowing, feeling free. And so that is one of the biggest things that she can focus on is why does she believe things have to be a certain way? Keywords that always stand out to me if whenever I hear myself thinking or saying should, that should be that way, that's supposed to be that way, that has to be that way, that must be that way. Whenever there's these instead of could, it could be that way, but it also could not. There's this option, there's freedom of choice, power of choice that can come in. So that's what they have for your daughter, Anjali. So many blessings to you. Right, Cynthia. Hello, hello. You are up. Let's take a look here. Let me scroll back here. All right, there we go. It's already Chad is already filling up, and I love it. Thank you guys so much for being here and for all the thumbs up you've given the video already. It just helps spread the Zen love in very important ways. So thank you for being a part of that. All right. So Cynthia say, will you still have a kid with the baby next year? Will he ever ask you to marry him? Okay. And will you see him soon? Yes or no? It's like a love-hate thing. It's weird. I don't know if you caught the video earlier today, but I answered one of your questions about, um, and it's like your energy. It's love and hate. The it's like you send out this magnetism to attract him, and then you reverse it and repel him. Then you attract him and you repel him, and you attract him and you repel him, because your thoughts about what you want are really um, going back and forth between your head and your heart. Your heart wants this romance and this connection, and your brain goes, "No, I don't." And so when you're in your heart, you're drawing him. When you go into your mind, you're pushing him away. Let's take a look here and see. Will you still have a kid with baby dad next year in 2023. Okay. So, uh, 3, for me, when asking about a baby is, mother, father, baby. So that to me is feeling like that is leaning towards a yes. And will he ever ask you to marry him? You got the judgment card here. And let me get clarity on that because with the double endings and double new beginnings, I kind of feel like got the Prince of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands, which is fire and movement. I feel like um marriage just doesn't seem like their cup. Okay, never mind. Got the marriage card, enjoy. And maybe eventually. Like I don't think it'll be next year that they'll ask you. I almost feel like if you is this the second time? Like did you guys were you guys together and break up and have come back together and then break up and this would be number 2? Cuz I feel like there's going to be double endings, double new beginnings. So if you guys have already if you've already come together and separated twice, then this next time of getting together is like the third time's the charm. If you've only been like together once and separated, and this would be number 2, you will get together. I feel like you'll have a baby, and then I feel like there will be a separation. Not as much as this one was, but like a little bit of a because I feel like uh, he's he'll get a little scared, but then he's like, what am I doing? And then it would happen. So that's what I'm feeling there. Um, and you talked about it's a love-hate relationship. Let me just see what will help solve that. What will help solve that? I was just thinking death, that it was going to take something drastic, and that's the first card on the top. Is that there's what's going to help clarify things that'll help him overcome his fear of having his heart broken, because this is really what's at the core. He's afraid of failure. He's afraid that he won't be good enough, that he'll fail, and that he'll let everyone down. I kind of feel like that's what happened to him as a child, and he doesn't want to be the dad that he had. And so he has all these fears about screwing up. Sorry, I think it's okay on YouTube to say screwing up. Um, you know, um, his kid's life and your life because he saw how his mom was impacted and how him and his siblings were impacted. Because there is the Princess of Cups, which is new love, and the Queen of Wands, which is about fire and passion and um, really zeroing in and having things happen. And you know, I feel like you can be fiery. Honestly, what I'm feeling is he fears your wrath in some ways because I feel like um Mama Bear can come out of nowhere and take him out, and I feel like for some reason fire coming out of your mouth, like you can really um when you're not in your peace and full, when you're not your Princess of Cups, your Page of Cups, when you're not, really in tune with your inner love, if your fear gets triggered, these words can come out of your mouth where you can uh, take down someone's self-esteem if you want to. I feel like you have come such a far way in that. I feel like you've really worked on a lot of your fear and a lot of your anger and a lot of pain in your life. But if someone goes over that line and he has a way of triggering you, it's just darts fire out. And so I think it's that heart and that mind, it's that balancing out that you can do inside, that allows you to find that, yeah, it feels like you just have to start fresh and try to let try to leave the baggage behind, and um, realize you've changed, realize he's changed, and not forget. You don't have to forget, but just realize you guys have changed, and that there's healing that can be done in both of your hearts still more. But that's what they have for you right now. So if you didn't check out this morning's, go check that out. And I did um, timestamp the one before that because you had mentioned that you thought I had skipped you, but I actually remembered doing yours, and I went back and found it really quick, and so I in the comments I did put the timestamp. So if you want to check those out, a lot of good stuff. So hang in there. Many blessings to you, Cynthia. All right, Rhonda, you are up. And you would like to get a reading about Rex and why he doesn't want to be around you. All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on with Mr. Rex. So let's see here. Got a little. Well, we got the Ace of Wands coming in here, which is new passion. Let's see what these other ones are. Yeah. To the High Priestess is like trusting your gut, trusting your intuition, trusting what you're seeing, because the Princess of Dis is the Page of Dis is new opportunities in the outside world. And I kind of feel like this is the new opportunity is for you, because I feel like you have a King of Cups. You have someone who's emotionally balanced between heart and mind that is coming your way. And it's when you're asking why doesn't he want to be around you? It's because your higher self is blocking them. That this is designed for them not to be in your life because they would be blocking you from having this. And so they kind of went, come here, and drew him away over this way to make these opportunities for you. Because deep down, when you go behind the veil and up and connect to the higher realms and dive down into your emotions, which is what the High Priestess does, that's where the truth, the hidden reasons why all this is happening is coming to pass. So I feel like all of these would be all of you too. You have a new passion coming in, new opportunity, a new individual who's more in alignment to what you deserve in a positive way. And um, so it's someone that's more balanced. They're someone that's not so hot-headed and off in the um, one moment and then the other one so shut off from emotions, which I kind of feel this energy of Rex, I think, because it's like it's hot and cold, it's extreme. They're either extremely emotional or extremely unemotional. There's no balance in there, and you deserve this balance that's coming in. And so I feel like there was another person that has dragged them off, and but it's like your higher self, you know, took a tennis ball and said, here, Rex, get the ball," threw it to take him off in a different direction. I don't know why they had it be a dog and a tennis ball, but there you have it, Rhonda. I don't make it up. I just communicate it. So, but it is for you that they are being kept out to open up for this new individual who is so much more exciting for you. So I like it for you, Rhonda. So that's what they have tonight. Many blessings to you. All right, Kayla B, you are up. So let's take a look here. Let's see. Does your ex see miss you? Let's take a look here. All right. Let's see. What was this? All these? Okay. These cards are thick. There's not as many as I think there are. Okay. It's funny when people sometimes will ask me, "Do you miss me?" And I go, "Yeah, but I'm reloading." It's like it's an old joke, but I missed you, but I got another arrow. You better run. um, and and um, I don't feel like they do. And I say that because I don't think that they do a whole lot of feeling. I don't know why. None of these cards are for them. These all came out for you. But the first one, just saying the temperance with the purifying, with the balancing and the patience for your life. It's this tempering is how it goes back and forth and it becomes something better and better and better. And that's your life that's becoming more in alignment and moving up into this higher vibration to give you more of what you really deserve. And kind of like Rhonda here, it's like you guys showed up right next to each other with same type of energies in a way, because it's like your ex, they were moved out of you. It was like, if you ever have heard about gold and how they purify it, they will heat up gold, and then the impurities, it's called dross, it goes to the top, and they scoop off that, and then they turn it up more comes up, and they scoop it off. And I feel like in this purification of your relationship to love, it keeps on getting turned up, and the dross comes to the top, and it gets scooped off and moved away. And I feel that is what your ex was. It was the impurification, the dross, the stuff that needed to be seen and needed for you to see so it could be scooped off. Because you do have the Seven of Swords here, which the Seven of Swords represents your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, that are being stealing from you, and they steal relationships, they steal this joy, and they steal peace and love, all these thoughts and beliefs. And this is you that is realizing those things that were keeping you from that. And that's these things that keep on coming up in relationships, these mirrors, and these individual beliefs about who you are and what you deserve, and um, how a relationship is supposed to be and it needs to be. And it goes beyond the thought down into the heart too, the subconscious beliefs that are not like consciously here. We just tend to pick people that are going to show us what we want to see about ourselves until we see it. And I feel like that's what's going on here. And because what comes next for you is quite beautiful, because you do have all this energy that's coming in here as you clear your mind. It's like all this stuff just opens up your mind. It opens up your life full of energy, full of passion. It allows you to really experience life and love life with releasing of these thoughts and these beliefs that have been limiting you. And it leads you to commitment and marriage, but not with your ex, because that was scooped off to clear here. But you've got the marriage card and the commitment card, um, which is about marriage, and as well. So there you have it. What more can we say? It's really looking into those thoughts and those beliefs and changing what your focus is. Because when we continue to do what we've always done, we don't change the energy, the vibration that we're at. We attract and are attracted to the same old, and we get the same old results. But as you change your vibration, you change your thoughts and beliefs and your self-love, that magnetizes and changes your vibration and brings you something in alignment with that, and it reverses and repels the other. So that's what they have for you right now, Caleb B. I know you wanted to know if they missed you, but they're like, no, they were moved out anyway. They were moved from your path. So um, to they were a mirror to show you about yourself, and that was their job. And now they're on their way. And so now you have this pause happening for you to be able to look at all that stuff. And the faster you look into that and do that, then the faster it magnetizes and brings you to someone and someone to you that's more in alignment with that stuff. So that's what they have right now. So many blessings to you, Kayla. All right, Sun and Moon, you are up. Good evening. I did have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Hopefully, you had one too. I did what I love to do because I've been around my family a lot of my life. I eat, sometimes nap, and watch movies and just recharge. And I needed it yesterday. I feel so much better today. So, thank you. And you don't have a question, at least not yet. Oh, there it is further down. So I'll get to yours here in just a moment. All right. So we answered those, Cynthia. So Jazz, you are up. So Capricorn's next action towards you. Okay, let's see here. What is Cappy's next actions towards you? Well, they will be taking action. The Chariot card is about movement and that they're making some choices. And it is a victorious type of energy. All right. Yeah. So definitely we got the Two of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So they have passion and action, action, action. And the Two of Wands is about them making plans. So right now, I mean, with all three of these, the fire, 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 got the Chariot, which is movement, and then you've got the two fire cards. Ace of Wands is definitely about passion and movement, and that's what the fire is, energy. And the Two of Wands is like once they have that passion, they start making plans and take little actions. So I do feel like they're okay. Let's see what these are. I go, let's see what their actions are going to be. Oh, so mysterious. Got the Moon card. It's hidden. You were supposed to be a surprise. The Moon card, is also a nurturing card because Mother Luna is very much our mother. She has the tides, and things will unfold in order, and there's the cycles of the moon and everything else. And so there's like, just trust, everything's unfolding. You have the Princess of Wands, which is Page of Wands, which is a lot like the Ace of Wands about passion and movement and movement. So there is movement, and they're just saying, just trust the process. Just trust that things will unfold in the perfect timing. In the meantime, what we can always do when we're waiting is work on our own self-love, because the more love we open up to ourselves, the more love we can give to others and receive back. Because as we say on this channel a lot, we can never give more love than to the extent we love ourselves. We cannot receive love more than the extent we love ourselves. So if I love myself this much, that's how much love is able to come into my heart and out of my heart. But if I open that up more and more and more and more and more, then I'm able to love and feel love more. So that's what you can do while you're waiting. So there you go, Jazz. That's what they have for you this evening. All right. So Sun and Moon, you are up. All right. So what are Pisces' current feelings towards you? Let's take a look here. So what are Pisces' current feelings? We'll ask that one first. Okay. And We see them asking you out on a date. Can you clarify that for me? Just being snoopy. Okay. So, current feelings, I mean, there's a lot of joy here, which I like. And the Prince, Prince, yeah, Prince of Swords. Swords are their thoughts and their beliefs and their mindsets. And even though they're a Pisces, I feel like they do a lot of thinking. So they might, even though they might be a Sun Pisces, they might have a ton of other uh, like air in their chart, maybe like their moon, their emotional centers air, because the emotions here I feel are being rolled out, overrolled by their brain right now, and that they're thinking and contemplating and looking at expectations and cutting away old expectations and dealing with things. But definitely they have a lot of joy towards you, and so this is a very positive card. But then this is where I feel Seven of Cups, emotionally confused, but also here's their swords coming in here again. Thought and emotion, thought and emotion. I like this though, because it feels like this is what was going on. Like they had joy and they have these, the thoughts and all that. And then they're like, okay, then it spawned all these other emotions because they started clearing away some barriers. And this is about moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, from choppy waters. And it's like his thoughts are moving higher, which is good. So I like that. And so like I feel like they're working out things. And when I wanted to go, is he asking you out on a date? That was the second thing. So how he felt about you was this. Guess I should clarify that. And then when I asked, um, do I see you asking out? And he's just like, oh, now it confused him. I think it scared him a little bit, which is normal, when when someone is wanting to risk rejection and ask someone out or ask them, it's like asking someone to marry you, asking someone to go out, it's like, because there's all these thoughts and those beliefs, all those swords we looked at here are telling him, well, if this happens, this is what it means about me. And he wants to avoid all that. But then I asked for clarity because I was being nosy and got the Six of Wands, which is victory and movement. Six of Swords is also a movement card. So I feel like there will be that they will, and that um, they're getting the courage to do it, and they're clearing out the emotional confusion in their head that were spawned by fears. So I feel like that it'll be happening. Six of Wands. Wands is fire, and that is some energy and some movement. It's some flow. And with two movement cards, I feel like it's going to be sooner than later, but I don't know if it's going to be like tonight or tomorrow. But I'm kind of feeling like it'll be, yeah. They have the Five of Wands too, so they're having this movement from fear to love. So Medusa, they don't want to turn to stone. What will happen? But I kind of feel like maybe the holidays have um, kind of entered into the confusion of everything too. Um, because of family and get-togethers and expectations around holidays and things like that. I kind of feel like they're going to try to squeeze it in between everything, and but at the same time kind of pace it, um, because of just all the family stuff, if that makes sense. So that's what they have for you right now, Sun and Moon. So many blessings to you. Hey, Deb, love and light to you. Thanks for being here. All right, Colleen, you are up. Hello, hello. Yes, you definitely can ask a question. Does on one you stop missing it? Missing good? Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. Does Alan want messaging to stop? And is it completely done with you? Oh, okay. Um, well, let's look at the last question first, because I think that kind of helps you with the first question. Because completely done, he's got the Ace of Cups and the Magician card, which Ace of Cups is about new love, and Magician card is about them putting their divine masculine energy forward and seeking something, and then the Queen of Wands. So I kind of feel like this is the scenario that they how they deal with things is they just, when the goldfish dies, they just buy another goldfish. I know that sounds harsh a little bit, but that's like the energy what that they're saying is that they don't deal with their emotions, they don't deal with things, they just drop and go. They don't deal with things, at least yet. It'll all You can outrun the trains and all the stuff that, if you've ever watched like Superman or The Matrix, where Neo or Superman are flying at super speeds and they're flying through things, and the speed of it is grabbing all the stuff that's following them, but they're flying fast enough where it doesn't catch up with them until they stop. When they stand still, it all just catches up. And I kind of feel like that's how they are, what they've been doing, and that's where they're just have moved on to the next thing, and then the next, and then the next, and then the next, then the next. It's just how they've been able to cope in their life, and that's what they were taught how to cope. For you, it's as far as like wanting to stop messaging, you got the Six of Cups, which is like nostalgia and looking at the past, and the Prince of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles in the standard tarot. It just feels like they are okay with messaging, but it's almost like it just helps them feel good about themselves in a way. Like, I'm wanted, but they're paying attention to other people. But they look at this message from you, and this message is from so and so, and this message from so and so, and it just makes them in a weird way, not weird, in their way, it makes them feel like they have attention, you know. But from what I'm looking at with these cards and the energy that's coming through, Colleen, it's like, um, do you want to stop messaging him? I think Spirit is saying that it's in your best interest, as far as your energy, to invest your energy elsewhere. And that he may not be done with you completely, because he still wants to have that energy and that attention from you, but you're not going to get much back because he's investing it always forward at ludicrous speed and not, you know, reciprocating. So I go, my nose is itchy. What did someone say? I forget. Someone I asked, I go, what does it mean when your nose itches? It means someone strange is coming into your life or something. I forget what they said, but I'm like, oh, Colleen, my nose is itching. Get out, get out. But just know that when people are, um, when people are no longer in our lives, that people are moved out of our lives for us to open up the path for us that they may have been a block before, or to make space for something that's more in alignment for what you are to head into next. So um spirit would be, stop messaging, and if they message back, feel feel it in the moment if you want to message them back or not. but I feel like your energy is better served. So that's what they have for you, Colleen. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. All right. VD, Jalan, you'll be up next. So, how's the weekend going to be? Let's take a look here. So, okay. What else? Well, it looks like a joyful weekend because you have the Hanged Man here, which is about seeing things from a different perspective. And I feel like maybe you've been like holding back on something and waiting on something, and I feel like you've been. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit my microphone. Hanging around, waiting, and it's like no more waiting. No more waiting for people to come to you, for people to ask you, blah, 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 whatever. This weekend, I feel, is the weekend for you to do things that you enjoy and what you want to do. No more about, well, they might want to go do something, so I'm going to hang around. It's like, no, make your plans. And if you want to invite someone along, do it. If not, go have fun. Because I feel like this is the weekend for you to just ignite your passion and do things that you're passionate about and that you enjoy, because you have the 10 of Cups too, which is all about enjoyment and fulfillment and stuff. I don't feel like this is about relationship stuff at all. I just feel like you've been hanging around waiting for something to just come your way, and this is all about you igniting things, you um, putting your effort forward and going and doing stuff, whatever you're wanting to do, and whoever you want to go. Not like, well, I should and invite so and so or this one. I'm like, no, I want to go here, and I want only this person to go with me, and that's what I'm going to do. And I feel like this is the weekend of you, the weekend for you to enjoy yourself and not, if someone invites you to something and you don't want to do it, you don't go. You have the power of no to things that you don't want, and the power of yes to you and what you want to do this weekend. So I really feel this very strong energy, obviously, around this, and that it's so important for you to do this passionate thing that you want to do this weekend, and forget about trying to live up to everyone else's expectations. It's time for you this weekend. So that's what I like for you. All right, BD. Well, that's what they have. So many blessings for you. All right, random, you are up. So, what's the next big change in your life? Let's take a look here. And I am using the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. If you are looking at them going, oh, I wonder what cards those are. All right, what's this big change that came flying out here? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, you are having your thoughts and expectations shaken a bit, because you have the 10 of Swords, which is you trying to live up to all these expectations and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. Like, this person isn't dead. They're not supposed to be dead. This is you exhausted trying to live up to all these things. And normally they have like the sun that is like rising behind the scenes that they're looking at, because it means you're letting these go and you're opening up to new things. And you have this internal conflict that's been going on, and maybe even conflict with people about your own thoughts and your own beliefs about how something is supposed to go and should go and need to go. And we all do it, our small human self, with all our small t truths rooted in opinion. We are always battling, trying to prove that my small t truths are more truer than your small t truths. Till we connect with the Ace of Swords, until we connect. This is normally the Ace of Swords up here too, which is the balancing out of our small t truths rooted in fear with the capital T truths rooted in unconditional love from above. Oh, here's the Ace of Swords down here. So she's standing on that, and that's allowing her to balance. And I feel like this is what's coming for you, is that whether it's relationship or with friends, family, romantic, whatever, or job or education or your body or your money or uh, possessions, whatever it may be. Just this conflict that's been going on about has some fear attached to it because it's the fear of losing conditional love. And there's this change that's coming in here. And I feel it with the 10 of cups here. It's probably about emotions and relationships. Probably. Because once you cut these things away, this is what lies on the other side of this. So it's definitely worth, it's like that's the sun rises, da-da, and there's this freedom that comes with that, and that allows you to not feel so constricted. It's almost like you feel imprisoned in ways in that you can't do what you want to do and go where you want to go and love who you want to love and pursue what you want to pursue and work where you want to work. It's like all this stuff, and this is freedom that's coming. And so I feel the next big change has to do with your relationship, and probably romantic. So if you're in a relationship, you either going to say, you know what, we just been trying to live up to expectations. I don't want to do this anymore. This is what I want. And if they're like, you know, screw you, no, I don't want to do that, then you're like, okay, well, let's talk about what next steps are then. Do we need to part? And then you go find what was really your heart's desire, not what you were trying to check off everything in your list in your head. So that's what's coming, random. So I like it. Many blessings to you. That's what they have for you tonight, or at least at this moment. All right, Melisa Carre, you are up next. Hello, hello. And can you know how for this coming week? Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit would like you to know. I'm switching over to the Tarot, the Magical Forest. Let's see what else they have for you for next week. All right. Let's see what we have here. Oh, okay. Wow. So out of 5 cards, you got 4 major arcana. So next week feels like a change, a significant change that's happening here. And I mean, and it feels very victorious. You have the Sun card here, which the Sun card is about victory and brightness and wonderful things coming your way. And there it goes. I was waiting for it to focus a little bit. And I like that because you also have the 7 of Wands here, which shows that you do get moved or you're seen in a higher light from a higher place. These other ones are people that are not too pleased that you are standing out and they are not. They feel like lower than you. And so they are poking at your bubble, trying to burst your bubble to bring you back down to where they are. Because they're saying, why do you get to be happy? Come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us. But you do not have to comply. You do not have to go do that. You do not have to defend yourself either. But you can have compassion for them, knowing that the reason why they're doing that is not personal. It's because they just have all they see in their mind is this, that they are lower. That's all they see on this little hand that's in front of theirs. Like, you are lower. You are not worthy. And that's what they are feeling when they see you. Because in your eyes, I mean, in their eyes, they see you as higher, right? So you can help lift them up if you want, help them realize who they really are sincerely, but you don't have to. But if you want to, if you want to keep, that's how you can stop it. If you're tired of it, you can reach out with your compassionate, huge heart that you have and just sincerely do things for them. Like if you get a promotion and they didn't, you can, in your new promotion, say, you know what? Would you like just to meet and I'll tell you like how I prepared and the things that we, that they look for, and we can put a game plan together so you can get promoted. You do that for me? And that solves that poking at you because they realize you're trying to help raise them to where you're at. And that comes across better for them. And I feel like whatever's happening next week is like this, with the sun and everything, I like that, but there seems to be like a little storm right before it because you have the tower, which means something is being removed out of your path, out of your way in regards to like a contract or a um, commitment. So there's something that's changing here. And with the judgment card, this is usually your higher self calling you to this higher place, which obviously you are being called to a higher place. But it also is like a double endings and double new beginnings. It's like the stuff that's being cleared out in the physical world is because stuff is being cleared out in the spiritual world too. And I just feel like with this coming in here, this is what's clearing stuff out of the way. And that's after the storm, of course, the sun comes out, and then that's what brings you into this place. So I kind of feel like there's going to be some uh, cock-a-doo-doo that hits the fan next week, but it's not about you, but whatever this thing that happens, it clears stuff out and then you get moved. So, as a result of whatever blows up next week, it puts you in a better light. It puts you in a better place. And so it's like, okay, but I don't feel like the lightning strike isn't anything to do with you. It almost be like someone gets fired, like there's this big boom and someone gets terminated, like in a job, and you get moved in to replace them. That would be the kind of energy I'm talking about. And that doesn't necessarily have to be a job, but that's the example they're giving me. And that's what I feel is coming next week. Whatever this change is, it's like you're like, oh, you know, someone gets um, thrown off a plane from first class because they were being douches, and they're like, "Hey, we want to give you the first class seat." You're like, "Okay," it's that kind of thing. So that's what they have for you. I'm liking that for you, Melisa. So many blessings for you. Right, Anna, you are up. Hello, hello. Happy holidays. Absolutely, my pleasure. A general read for you, Doug, and you. Absolutely. Let's take a look here. All right, let's take a look here. Tell us about Doug and Anna. Oh, okay. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, and these two. All right. So it looks like 3 different areas. Let's see what these are here. All right. Well, so you guys have been hanging around. You've got the hanged man, which is like patience and like a cocoon in a way, that a caterpillar. And you guys have been waiting, and things have been like in your lives has just been kind of building and building, and you've been waiting patiently. And I feel like the patience is over. You're about to have this new excitement, this new passion that comes in, this new spark into your life that offers you guys some new opportunities in the outside world. So I feel like it's time. You guys have been patient. You've been doing the work. You've been, doing the daily stuff. And now comes this reward for doing those things. Yeah, because you had the knave, which is the page of pentacles, and now you have, and we had the ace of wands too. We got the page of wands, which is also new fire, new passion coming in, and the justice card. And the justice card is like, I feel like what you guys have been doing would have brought this, because I wanted you to know that what brought this higher passion, this new spark to come in, is because you have been really connecting to that ace of swords, which is looking at your expectations, doing the work on your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets, and understanding what has been keeping you from things, and the energy blocks that you have had. Yeah, and so you guys have been having the change of those thoughts and those beliefs and those mindsets. in very beautiful ways because you do have the world card, which is the ending of a major cycle and the beginning of something new. And here is that Ace of Swords again showing itself. And so again, the King of Swords rolls over air and he's given a double portion of air. So it's all about the mindsets and the thoughts and beliefs. You guys have really, really been reviewing this, whether it's relationship or business or whatever in your life. It's like you guys have been doing the work. Like I picture like reading the 5 languages of love together because you wanna understand each other more, or, it's reading some sort of books or research about job and how to do something and within your business or something along those lines. I mean, it's like that's the kind of energy they're showing me that you guys have put the work in, and now the benefit is coming, and thoughts and beliefs have been falling away, which, with too much restriction, we miss out on all these opportunities out here. And because you've whittled away and got rid of some thoughts and beliefs, you're starting to see these opportunities pop up all over. And so I like that for you. So that's what they have for you, Anna. So many blessings to you and to Doug. Have a great night. Oh, thank you so much, Rhonda. I am glad that you found our soul family too, and that you are a part of our soul family. So thank you so much for being here and for your kind words. I really, really appreciate it. It's an honor for me to be able to connect to spirit for all of you. I just really, it's a privilege. All right. All right. Let me just find out where I was here. It moved very fast. Let me just scroll back. Okay, here we are. All right, Shika, you are up. So, current feelings of Siddharth. Let's take a look here. Let's take a quick drink here. All right. So, what is Siddharth? What's going on? Okay. What else is going on? All right. Anything else? Okay. Interesting. So, we've got some reviewing of some disappointments and expectations going on in Siddhartha's world. There is the Sun card here, which normally is about victory. I feel like this has to do with this little fella, though. The Sun card is also Leo energy, which is dealing with the inner self, the inner child, which is down here. And he has a red flag, not a white one. He's ready to do battle. But he's really looking into his old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. There's a lot of um, old feelings of disappointment and emotional disappointment in his life. I don't I don't feel like these are with you though. Again, with that little child, it just takes it back to that it's this ripple that's all the way back to his childhood there. And that's why I don't feel it's with you. I feel it's with when he was smaller, like 7 years and under is normally when we're going through our emotional development of our emotional self. That's where I feel like this pain and this disappointment really came from, and that it's still bouncing around underneath there. And I feel like that's what's kind of the theme that's going on because again, you also have wands, which is fire. It's almost a mirror of this. This is fire, and this is swords and swords. So it's getting more extreme though. So they're also, they're trying to get their power back here with the Queen of Wands is someone who takes their power, understands their power, and applies it. And with the Black Cat, it's also about emotion. So they're trying to understand the fire around their emotions. And this Knight of Swords is in pursuit of higher truth, in pursuit of what they can find to make this go away? So I kind of feel like their current feelings towards you, I feel like you're just being a mirror for them, and that they're really looking into their past to try to understand what happened to them and what's going on with them. Um, so if they look at you and interact with you, I think it's just yeah, because these are all those swords. Again, all these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and expectations and disappointments just have them exhausted. So I feel like they're all in their mind, around these thoughts and these beliefs, which lead to this pain in their heart, this fears of losing love when they were younger, and whether that was a grandmother, a mom, a dad, whatever it was that they felt abandoned from, then, yeah, because he's kind of going through this tempering. Feel like he's just going back and forth with emotions within him so that he can understand what is going on here. So he's got one foot in emotions and one foot on land, and he's just rehashing emotions from the past and trying to understand it. So I just feel like he's consumed with his past emotions and pain, that the emotions of the area, yeah, because he's got all his chains. He's trying to understand all this is the shadow card, the devil card, which is all about understanding the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets that are being shaken, uh, around love and relationship, and what's being shaken and brought up is all this past stuff, which is good because that's how they are set free from those things, is that they're being forced to face them now by their higher self, by their spiritual team, which was designed for this. So right now, Shika, it's like they're out of pocket. I feel like their emotions towards everyone else is on pause because it's too loud, and they are looking into their own heart right now. So that's what they have for you, Shika. So many blessings. Hang in there. All you can do is send them love. There's nothing that you can do to help them. That's all you have to do. So if you're waiting, is for you. You can look inside your own heart, expand your own self love, and send love out to the world. That's all that you can do to help in that. So I know it's difficult to see someone that you care about in pain and that you want them to hurry up to cleanse out that love plumbing so they can give you a healthy love. But it's worth the wait. And so work on you in the meantime. All right. So many blessings. All right, Red, you are up. Good evening. Will your relationship with the D become serious? Let's take a look here. Absolutely, my pleasure. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving as well. Let's take a look here. So, will your relationship with D become serious? My goodness gracious, you got 4 major arcana, Red. What's going on? Let's take a look here. Another major arcana. What is going on in your world? Okay, let's take a look here. Um, there is some, you're going through this transformation here, and so you have the strength card here, which the strength card is about your relationship with your higher self. You can see like the infinity symbol up there on the top of their head here. Let me see if it'll focus in. Maybe you can kind of see it. And so this is about your human self and your higher self, and your human self goes out and tries to eat of the things of the outside world to make itself feel whole and complete, relationships, situations, and things, and all that doesn't fulfill, and eventually you become a roaring hungry lion in the jungle, so desperate because you feel like nothing's going to fill you up. And dun, da, 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 your higher self comes to the rescue. It brings you the love that you've been looking for all along, which is the unconditional love from above. And so there is this movement that's happening going along here. And it's been taking a while. It's the tempering that's going back and forth here. It's you expanding and purifying the love that you have. And you also have the Hanged Man. So this is your third major arcana, which is about this is like you being in a cocoon, not really a bat, but a cocoon, and you're going through this death and rebirth within yourself about who you are and what you are, and that's what happens with the caterpillar when it's going through the process because it is melting away pieces of itself. It's becoming caterpillar soup so that it will transform into a butterfly, and then the struggle of getting out. And I don't feel like it's going to become serious with them because of this rebirth that you're going through. You're going to find that what you wanted before isn't what you want anymore. Caterpillar eats different things than a butterfly, and the butterfly starts going after nectar and pollinating and has a new purpose, where caterpillar is just seems like a little destructive animal that just keeps eating all the leaves and eating stuff. But it transforms, like that lion. It transforms. It's a new relationship. It understands itself differently because you have the Empress card. You have two threes. You have the Empress card, which is the new birth, which comes after the death, which comes after the cocoon, which comes after this tempering, which comes after this connection to your higher self, right? So it's all, and you step out as a butterfly, and then the Three of Wands is about you're ready to head off in a new direction. Whereas before, you were as a caterpillar, you had certain direction that you wanted to go in life and what you wanted to do and where you wanted to head. And it just takes you in this different direction because the caterpillar would get to like a stream and going, I can't go any farther, I'll drown. The butterfly goes, flutter, flutter. What stream? Flutter, flutter, right over the stream. It doesn't, I can go so much further and go so many different places than before. So that is, what you know, I feel for you there. I don't feel like it's going to go further because it's just not going to fit in alignment with what you want to do and where you want to go. So that's what they have for you, Red. So I know, but hey, it's going to be so much better. You're going to be a beautiful butterfly, right? Going to be able to go places and not have to crawl on the forest floor. But I feel like it's gonna be your choice, though. I feel like you're just gonna be like, it doesn't interest me anymore. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Well, and thank you so much, Colleen, for the super chat. Um, that is something that is available now that you guys pushed me over that 1,000 mark. If you are wanting to show your appreciation in either with a sticker or with a donation, it is never expected, but so much appreciated. So thank you, Colleen. I really appreciate every bit is a blessing to me. So thank you so very much. All right. So that is what they have for you, Red. Shruti, you are very, very welcome. And June 333, you are up next. So you want to know if your 12-year-old son, will he do better in school this quarter? Hoping is less stressful for him. Okay. Let's take a look here. And I think this sounds familiar, which out of all the readings I do, it usually, I'm surprised if I ever remember anything. But I feel like that what we got before is that he is going to do better. They don't want all those. Um, but I feel like there's a change in friendship that helps him just feel positive about his schooling. So let's take a look here. Yeah, because it's like there was emotional confusion going on. There was just a lot going on, and I think I mentioned that too. Now that I see these, because like when you're 12 years old, oh my god, I think I remember even saying I would never want to repeat my, you know, those younger years when everyone's going through puberty, right? You are flooded with so much confusion about everything. You just feel so much and feel so confused and so weird. But I feel like whatever happened, I do feel like there was some stuff that happened at school regarding friendships or interactions with people that he may not have shared, but um, it's like there was emotional confusion and stuff that came up, and he's ready to leave that behind and to move forward and move on to the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, and for celebration and joy. So for this, I really do feel like whatever it was that had impacted him, he's getting past it, he's getting over it. And I feel like there's new friendships or a friendship or something at school that just really lets him feel joy around school rather than it's a dread. Like I have to go there and see this person that we're not talking anymore. But then he's like, I get to go see so and so, and I'm excited. And so it's like replacing it, allowing it to be more positive environment, which of course then overflows out of them into there. So yeah, I feel like there's something that's happening there that's making it less stressful, like you said, and then he's does better in school because when he's in fear and fearing rejection, fearing what people are saying, or do anything like that, we go out of our minds, right? We already going out of our minds as teenagers. We have all been there. We know it, right? We're like, oh yeah. But when we go in fear, all adults, all the blood rushes from our brain, and we can't think, we can't focus, we can't concentrate. So, also doing something, I don't know if you want to learn along with them, even just some breathing exercises and the way to meditate or just take deep breaths to come out of fear and just to give him some tools to help him de-stress also helps because if he doesn't do well in testing it's because he fears failure and that could be some of um, if he picks up from you the fear of him failing then he fears failing which almost is a fulfilling prophecy because when humans get scared, even if we studied all night and hard for a semester, when we go to take a test, if I'm freaking out, I've left my mind and all that knowledge went with me. And I'm a little animal sitting there taking a test. So, possibly working on stress, both for you and for him together. And what are your fears around him failing? What are his fears around him failing? Or what are his fears? Working on those together, I feel like him knowing that you do love him unconditionally, and you fear for his future, not so much about what it would mean about you, even though there's always that little bit in every parent, right? But you fear more about his future, and that that helping reinforce his beliefs and his mindsets about his future and who he is, really helps him overcome those fears too. So interesting. But that's what they have for you. If that resonates there, June, so many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. But I see good things, but those things can only help perpetuate it and help them too. So, all right. That's what we have. All right, Christy. You are very welcome. And Dollface Diva, you are up. So, advice from Spirit on how to handle this situation with you, Julie, and Eric. Oh, she's harassing you. All right. For a slight fee, we have voodoo dolls. I'm just kidding. We do not. I do not deal with that kind of energy. It was just a joke. Let's take a look here. So, how advice on Spirit to handle this situation with Julie? Okay. Wow. A lot of energy in those cards. Let's see what we got here. Okay. So, understanding that this is why she's harassing you guys, I think it's the change of energy in. So spirit, because you're asking for spirit's advice. Spirit is showing you that she's not harassing you, guys. That's the way it's coming across, but what she's really doing is she's crying out for love. She's crying out in pain. And this is why she's mourning over disappointments and stuff in her life. And she doesn't see that she can have love in her life, but she's um, mourning and is in pain. And that's why she's crying out for love, is what it is. They're saying about, there is patience and balance that comes in regarding her and your interactions with her. There's I almost, when I saw this, which is the wedding and celebration card, it's almost like, um, get her married off, but they're just joking. They're showing celebration and joy, and the King of Wands here is about understanding the power and the energy that whatever you guys focus on is what grows. And I almost feel like, they're saying to balance everything out, you focus your energy on joy and celebration. And then, like, understanding that she's crying out in fear, and crying for love, and focusing on what you guys are grateful for and thankful for, rather than focusing on what is happening in your life that you don't want, or what's missing, because that just grows that. So when you focus on her and her harassment, it just gets bigger. When you focus your emotional energy, just in the spirit world, it grows it. But of course, people too, when you give them, they're wanting negative attention, it's their cry for love, and we give it to them, then it reinforces and they want more of it. It's like feeding a stray cat, they'll keep coming back. But they also want you to know this is how she feels. And these two fives, I mean, if you look at these two fives, we'll go back to this one in a sec. Feeling all this pain, emotional pain, and then feeling their worth, like they're left out in the cold, they're abandoned, they're left behind. That's where this fear energy is coming from. And when we're in fear, when the human is in fear, we do stupid stuff. We do uncaring and unloving things when we're in fear, because we become, our cat mind is what we've been calling it lately. We become catty. We hiss and we attack, or we hiss and we run and hide to feel safe. So she's acting out because of those two fives. She feels unsafe. She feels out of control, and she's trying to do she's left her mind. Her human has left her mind. Her caring, intelligent human has left the building when she's in fear. And so she acts uncaring and unintelligent. And that probably makes a lot of sense suddenly. and but what we can do, the only thing that we can do to help people is when they cry out for love is to give them love. And when people are feeling loved and people are feeling supported, then they're able to come back into their sane mind, their non cat mind, and then they can grow and they can change and they can have a new birth and a new beginning and become someone new and have a rebirth in their life. They're reminding me of there's some tribe, I think it's in South Africa, that what they do is when someone does something against the tribal rules, they all bring him to the center of town. And you'd think they're going to beat him to death, but they don't. They love him to death, not to death, but they love him to life because they know that the reason why they're doing things is because they're feeling unloved. Isn't that amazing? And then they all love on them and they tell them about what they appreciate about them and that they care about them. And then they all just support them and then the person changes because that's what their little self, their child self inside was fearing. And so they help relieve the fear by showing that they are loved and that they are loved unconditionally in that tribe because it doesn't matter what they do, they love them back to a place of where they feel loved. So kind of feel like that's the advice that they have for you around Julie. So hopefully that helps and that resonates. And but that's what they have for you, Diva. So many blessings to you. All right. AF Gemini, you are very welcome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I see you have a message, a question. So I'll get to you right after Mary. Mary the Aries. Hello. I am doing well. Hopefully all is well with you as well. And you want to know, what does spirit want you to know right now? Like right now, what does spirit want you to know? I do want to go over to one of these decks here, these oracle decks. So I'm going to take a quick drink here. And this one was just jumping out at me in the beginning. So that's the one that we go with. The first, you know, first message in our heart, right? So what does spirit have for you? And this is the spiritual ink blot test cards is what I call them. They're fractal imaging. So I'll show you the card and then I'll read to you what the intuitive message from the from spirit is. Of course, you saw this here too. Let me just cover that up. Pretend you didn't see that. But here's your card. Let's see if I can zero it in without it getting too weird. There it is. All right. So whatever you saw was a special message for you, but it is called assistance. And it says we all need a little help at one point or another in our lives. Rest assured, help is on the way for you. There is a huge impouring of divine and angelic assistance coming to you now. This card appears for you today to let you know that your need for help has been acknowledged. Whether you have directly asked for aid or not, the universe is stepping forward on your behalf. Ooh. This assistance can come in many forms. Sometimes it comes in the form of another person. We do not necessarily have to know them personally for them to influence our lives. Through a series of divinely organized coincidences, a complete stranger can make their way into our personal world, providing the help we so greatly need. At other times, it may be our closest friend who lovingly steps forward to assist us. However, we can also experience a sudden shift in circumstances, which occurs for no logical reason. This can happen to certain individuals who we may be having difficulty with. Either something energetically shifts in them, or we suddenly understand how we are to deal with that person. No matter how it happens, it is spirit working in your life. So let this be fair warning. Help is coming. So don't do something silly, such as say, no, thank you, when help is offered to you. Do not let feelings of not being worthy or deserving get in the way. Do not allow your pride or need to be the giver interfere with this divine offering of assistance. You most certainly deserve it. Allow yourself to receive it. Just smile and say, thank you. Just as this assistance comes to you, sometime soon, Spirit will call on you to provide a loving hand of help to someone else. I like it, Mary. So that's what Spirit has for you there. So I also I love how Spirit honors our free will and respects it so much. All of our posse of support, our angels, our guardian angels, our spirit guides, loved ones on the other side, ancestors, unicorns, fairies, whatever you believe those beings of unconditional love and light are, they will not meddle in our life outside of the things we asked them to do before we came down here. But once we're down here, they're like, they'll send us messages and hints and put things around to remind us that they're there. But unless we, of our own free will, ask them to come meddle in our lives and show us, um, and things, give us answers, guide us, um, they won't. And so they are asking you, um, not asking you, but making you aware that, hey, there's assistance that's coming in for you. But if you want more, all you have to do is ask. So that's what they have for you, Mary. So many blessings to you. Perfect message for you. All right, AF Gemini, you are up. So currently, Robbie and you see each other about once a month. You'd like to ask if we can see each other more. Twice a month. How do you think? Okay, let's take a look here. All right. So you have two cards that flew out right away. Well, Three of Cups, joy and celebration. Four of Pentacles, firm foundation in the outside world, very stable physical outside. So I would say that this would be um, a positive response. So this is like joy about the option, and then the Four of Pentacles kind of kicks in too, which is about how to make it work in the outside world as far as financially and making things work. But I feel like they're very joyful about it and that they would like it, like the idea. It's just about working out how to make it happen. Like I said, money wise, financial wise. Um, I feel like you guys have to travel, um, or it's about how to arrange the outside world to make it happen. So that's what they have for you. Very boom, boom, very quick and easy there for you, AF Gemini. Every once in a while, they're like, let's just answer their question. Let's not make it a learning experience. So that's what they have. So many blessings for you. All right, Lucky Star, you are very welcome. And Strawberry Rose, you are up. So let's take a look here. Is Jay expecting a birthday greeting from you? Oh, let's take a look here. Let's see what Jay. Ace of Swords. This is new communication. Let's take a look here. So you've got the Seven of Swords, which is about thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets that steal things. And the Eight of Pentacles is about moving up in the outside world. And I feel like even though they expect communication, because I feel like this swords are our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, our expectations. and it's also communication. So expectations around communication. I'm like, okay, feel like it's there, but I feel like it if it's someone that you are not wanting to move up within the outside world, you're not wanting movement, that this or moving on, this 7 of swords is about our own thoughts and our beliefs and our mindset. So like, well, do I have to live up to other people's expectations? These are the expectations. The fear of losing conditional love, or what will people think, or I don't want to disappoint people. But I just feel like if this is about um, not being able to move on or move, that's what I feel like, moving on, that you don't have to do it. It feels like spirit is saying it's just like, it's all right. People can expect all they want, but what is for your benefit? Um, Trying to live up to all the expectations, it just reinforces expectations, right? Yeah. So I feel like this is what you're afraid, that you'll be held responsible for their disappointments, but it's okay. You could give someone the world and they could still choose to be unhappy. You can give them a birthday greeting and they would still, it wasn't good enough. You didn't say it the right way. What? No cash? What? No present? What? No this, no that. You know. So I feel like they are expecting a birthday greeting, um, but it's like spirit is telling you you're not responsible for their emotional choices, and you get to choose for you. Uh, so that's what I feel. Yeah. You have the lover's card here. Emotional choice. Oh, yeah. So it's your choice. Everyone has their emotional choice. No matter what happens in our lives, we get to decide what it means and what we want to feel about it as we go through it. And so you get to decide, and no one else is responsible for that. We can make it a harder or an easier choice, yes, but to choose love or to choose fear, but we ultimately are the ones that decide, and so are they, and so is everyone else. But so that's the answer to your question there, with a little extra added bonus. So many blessings to you, Strawberry Rose. All right, double, triple, quadruple X. You are up, and you want to ask, what's causing you to feel stagnant in your household? Okay, let's take a look here. All right. So, what is causing the stagnancy in your household? Yeah, let me see what these other ones are real quick here. Yeah, so what are you fearing? What in the household is, where's the fear? The you have the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands. I mean, the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords, which these are all thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, expectations. And stagnancy comes when there's fears, and when, like, we uh, don't feel comfortable making change because we fear what change means. And stagnancy happens when we are kept in these cages of all these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets about things, right? And so when we feel stagnant, a question spirit is saying to ask is, what am I fearing? What am I afraid to say or do, or to move beyond and break out of this cage, right? And so they're having you right now just to reflect on that, and to even just write down and journal it. What am I fearing? What, uh, connecting to the heart is the next thing too. Yeah, definitely. You've got Then you have the Queen and the Page of Cups, which is the emotions. And so, okay, they want me to go to that next. So you're asking yourself what you fear, and you're also diving deep into your emotions and looking at where's your passion? What would make your heart sing? That's why you have the Page of these three came out together. You have one more card for the others, which I'll talk about in a sec. But the Page of Wands is all about drive and ambition and passion and inspiration. And this comes from the heart. And it's like, what of your passions and your heart's desires are being kept in a cage and not allowed to express itself because of these thoughts, these beliefs, and these mindsets in your life? What am I afraid of? What my heart desires am I afraid of? Because it's not allowed according to my long list of rules that are being looked at by the little thought committee here. So they want you to have courage. You've got the strength card here. They want you to be able to connect to your higher self, connect to your heart, your higher heart, understand your passions and what you really want out of life, because the stagnancy, the fear of losing conditional love in some way, those fears are what keep us from making action, from doing things, from expressing ourselves. And so it keeps us standing still because we're afraid if I move, the boogeyman's going to see me. And then if I make a wrong move, people are going to reject me and I'm not going to be lovable and acceptable. So when there's the stagnancy that comes into the home, it's what are we fearing? Why are we not connecting to our heart and our passion? And that's what Spirit is asking you to do. Connect to your higher self. Then you understand and you connect to how you uniquely want to share your unconditional love with the world. And what are we afraid of? A lot of times we're afraid to lose relationship, status, job, possessions. It's like, well, we're making it work now. Don't mess up. You know, don't mess it up now. And it's like, well, we're not living, you're existing. And so the livingness is what is coming. And that's why you guys are or at least you are becoming uncomfortable, because the ugly feeling of not living your passion and being yourself is beginning to outweigh the fears. And that's the, I want to do something about this, is what's coming next for you. So that's what Spirit has for you right now. Double, triple, quadruple X. Many blessings. All right. Brenda, hello, hello. You are up next. So let's take a look here and see what we've got going on here. So, will you and your daughter have an apartment together? Okay. Or own apartment. Have your own apartment. Yes. One card came flying out, and it's the Sun card. And look, here's you and your daughter. But it is victory, it is brightness, it's sunshine, it's success. And I love that. So you definitely, it's a very easy answer to a question, especially showing a mama and her little wallaby in her, yeah. And then you also have the Nine of Pentacles coming out, showing you guys being independently alone, on your own. So definitely that is the message they have for you, Brenda. Easy breezy. So that's a yes, you will. When do you ask? Is that what you're asking? Got the High Priestess card, the Ace of Wands. Okay. And the Death and Rebirth. Okay. Yeah. So it's coming here pretty fast, because you have the endings and new beginnings, and the Ace of Wands, which is all about fire and movement and action. And the High Priestess is the divine feminine energy. So it's like you have both the Ace of Wands is divine masculine energy, taking action, making movement, boom, boom, boom. And the High Priestess is the divine feminine, which is ask and wish and allow it to come to you too. So it's like the balance between the two. Ask Creator and Spirit. I would like a home, apartment, just my daughter and I, and this is what we would like. Could you bring that to me? And I'm open to how you want to bring it to me. And then you put action, like start sorting through stuff, knowing what you want to take, what you don't want to take, selling things that you don't need, just really starting to cleanse and get ready and putting action behind that with the knowledge that it's going to be brought to you. And then you take action in the meantime on what you can do um, towards that end as well. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you, Brenda. All right. Angelina, you are up. So what's coming to you soon? Let's take a look here. Do I know? They don't want any oracle. They do want me to switch tarot back to the true heart. So we are. All right. So Angelina, what's coming to you soon? What would you like her to know? Okay. Can you tell me what that's about? Okay. Anything else about that? Okay. So you do have a nice ending and new beginning coming because you're having something that's being removed out of your life on purpose, for purpose to allow you movement, to make room for new things to come in. Because you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is about new opportunities coming in the outside world for you. So just know that something is being removed to make space for this to come into your life. And you got both the Star card, which is about wish fulfillment, and you also got the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, those things that might be deceiving yourself or stealing things out of your life, like what your wish, like the thoughts and beliefs you have about yourself, and kind of about your worth too, because the Ace of Pentacles is also this um, awareness of your worth in a higher level in relation to the outside world. So it's like an advancement of how you feel about yourself. And I feel like the Seven of Swords is whatever's helping with this situation to take it away, because it allows you to connect to your higher self and allows you to have this wish fulfillment that comes in because of it. And right now, with that, whatever is being removed out of your life, it does trigger you to look at yourself, and um, just makes you realize, like, my worth is not defined by that thing, because that thing is being removed and I'm still me, and I get to decide who I am. And so there is this movement that's happening here regarding whatever this situation is, whether it's someone being moved out of your life, a job, schooling, social status, body, possessions, money, whatever things get moved, where there's movement of things moving away from you and out of your path. Just know that it's for you and that something's being moved in its place that's more in alignment with your wish fulfillment. But you are also dissecting away and understanding what your true wishes really are. And I almost feel like whatever's moved out of your life, you're just kind of like, I'm okay with that, because I knew that wasn't really what I wanted. But it does get moved. Oh my gosh, and the Star card came out again. So it's your wish, your true wish fulfillment is coming true. Maybe not the one that was in your mind saying, oh, this is what my wish is, but secretly in your heart, that's not your wish. So that's what they have for you, Angelina. So many blessings for you. right, beautiful princess, you are up next. And thank you guys so much again for all the thumbs up on the video. It helps out the channel so much. I really, really appreciate it. And now you can also do a super sticker, which are available down below. It doesn't, I don't think it costs anything to do a super sticker, but you can also show your appreciation through the super chat, which if you do want to make any kind of financial donation, you can do that now with a tip or whatever. No pressure at all. I'm just letting people make sure that you're aware of it, because I do have some people ask how they can do that. All right. So your glimpse of 2023. I'm liking that. Okay. Let's see what else. All right. Looking good. What else? All right. So you do have the Empress card, which is all about new birth and abundance and things flowing for you next year. So that is a good card to get, obviously. And you have the High Priestess too. So there is this taking time, making sure you take time next year to really step away into your high temple. And so you can look behind the veil here so that you can connect to the higher realms and into your emotions too. Because you do have the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is about, she's not only rules over water, but gets a second portion of water. So she's like so close cousins to these two, because she's able to connect to her intuition and dive deep into her emotions. So much related here with your doing some significant um, um, deep diving into your emotions, but also your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets, because you also have both the Prince of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. We talked about this just a moment ago, about this being the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets that are stealing things from you, stealing happiness and joy, relationships, whatever these mindsets are that are restricting you, making you feel small and making you feel not worthy of things. But this Ace of Swords that you are wielding next year, you are seeking this higher truth that is rooted in the unconditional love of the higher realms, and it allows you to cut away those small t truths that are rooted in the fear of losing conditional love. So you are getting into some um, thoughts and beliefs. You're doing some deep diving and some heavy reflection, which is great, because you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the pursuit of a higher worth here with the Ace of Pentacles in relation to the outside world and how you feel about that. Maybe it'll focus, maybe. All right, I don't think it's going to focus. Maybe that's what your focus is next year, is focusing on your self-worth and how you relate it to the outside world. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, so it is going to take seasons, and so you don't have to rush through it. You don't have to rush, but it does help you towards your wish fulfillment, because you're getting clarity around what it is you really want and who it is you really want to be, and what you want and who you want in your life. And so that brings just some clarity around it, but it also allows you to take many steps towards it. Um, and I like that for you. So that's the little glimpse they have for you for 2023. Pinky, so many blessings to you. All right, perfect, Cynthia. I'm so glad you found those. Very good. All right, Anjali, you said one more question. Um, why anyone wanted to marry you? What you find in their core need to marry you? All right, let's take a look here and see. So you kind of want to know around, like, why is someone going to be attracted to you and wanting to marry you? Like, what's at their core to marry? Let's take a look here. got the Temperance card, which is all about patience, Anjali, patience. It will all unfold. I like it. So let's take a look here. So you did get the Temperance card, which, like I said, is patience and balancing of life. And so, why would anyone want to marry you and, find good in you in their core? Well, one thing is I feel like that the thing that they see is that you are balancing, you're able to balance life, and you have really been able to work through a lot of things, because they see that you've gone through it. You had a lot of expectations, a lot of stuff thrown at you in your life to where you got exhausted, you got sick and tired of living up to everyone's expectations, and you have expanded beyond those, and uh, you just got sick and tired of feeling sick and tired and exhausted trying to please everyone and no one getting pleased. um, Everyone always upset one way or another, finding something wrong and finding fault, that you just didn't take it anymore. You were just like, I'm done. And you have the strength that they like in that. So I feel like they like that because they also are of that same caliber with their family and with their, all these things that were put on them. And they're like, they like that about you. They also, Prince of Cups, which would be the Knight of Cups. And so, of course, what moves them at their core is they have love for you. They just have this emotional connection that they just enjoy. So it is truly love that comes in with that. There is the Ten of Pentacles, which is about also seeing you as someone that will help complete their lives, all the abundance, the 10 of cups, the house, the, children, the family, everything. It's like it's part of the full package. And they just feel like you will um, help them complete that and be that with them as well. So that's what they have for you, Anjali, right now. So many blessings to you, but patience, patience. All right. Jessica, you are up. You want a finance reading? Will you get a job soon? Let's take a look here. So let's see what we got here. Will you get a job soon? Okay. Yeah, I do see it here. I mean, because you got the commitment card, which is like someone offering you a contract, someone offering you, um, you know, something legal, like how they offer you an offer letter for a job. And you do have the Prince of Wands, the Knight of Wands, which is fast action and movement. So I feel it is coming here soon. Just in the meantime, you have the Princess of Swords, the Page of Swords. It can represent new communication too, but also just thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. Um, your ideas and expectations around a job, and where it's supposed to come from, what it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to come to pass. They're like, boom, cut as many of those expectations away as you can, because uh, there's so many opportunities out there outside of expectations. But I definitely feel like something is coming in here soon, and you'll get new communication here very in the very near future with that. So I like it. And anything else about finances? Oh, I guess so. A couple cards came flying out here. Mm. Yeah, I do see here Six of Swords, moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, taking a different direction. So regarding your finances, I feel like they're having you really look at what are your true financial needs, what are your expectations around finances, and that as you really look into what it is you truly want, that you do make a change of direction with that Three of Wands. So whatever it is that whether it's I don't need this type of car or home or all this stuff and that thing and this, or be in this town or this part of town, or blah, 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 whatever it might be, whatever these expectations are, that you're clearing them away with that area of your life too, and that it opens up things for you and brings a lot of relief from stress too. So I like it. So that's what they have for you, Jessica. All right. Deidre, you are up next. I did have a happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully you did as well. So the situation that you're handling in Virginia in January, will it make it stronger or set you back in your growth process? Let's take a look here. What do you have for Deidre this January? Okay. Let's see here. Well, I'm thinking it's going to take you into more in your growth process, because you got the hanged man seeing things from a higher perspective, and you got the hermit, which is about the inner journey. And you see the enlightenment, you see the light here. This light helps guide you on your path too. So I feel it's going to be a very independent journey for you. And you have the princess of swords, which is the page of swords, which is about, again, here's higher knowledge, and the ace of swords helps you connect to higher truths, capital T truths, which all three of these cards really do. And but it helps you cut away old thoughts and old beliefs and old mindsets that also no longer serve you. So that would be making you stronger and moving you along in your growth process, rather than set you back. It just helps you understand and see things from such a higher perspective, releasing old ways, like I said, of thinking, believing, expectations, and letting them go. So I like it for you. That's what they have for you, Deidre. Many blessings to you. All right. Christina, you are very welcome. Very happy to be here. I see you have a question here in a moment. Aprilia will be next, and then you will. So Aprilia, hello, beautiful soul. So your ex, Bob, haven't seen him in 2 years, and your son lives with you. Okay, let's take a look here and see what is up with Bob. Bob the ex. Okay. Let me get some clarity. Whoa, okay, on that. All right. Yeah, he's very involved here. So you have the Princess of Swords. She's like shown up so many times already. But this is the Page of Swords, which I feel like this is not new communication, though. I feel like this is new thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, because you've got the moon here, which is about cycles, but there's like unknowns. It's just so mysterious. It's like the need to know what's going on with them. I feel like there's just so much energy invested in that pursuit, in this knowledge, and understandably so. I mean, you have a child together, and you're concerned about your child, your son, what they feel about the relationship with their father, and interactions and those types of things. And without having seen them, it's like there's this mystery, right? This thing. But I feel like they want all of this to fall behind you, that you are the emperor. You're the one in charge. And this is about you taking action upon yourself to release all this energy that you're investing in worrying about it and thinking about it. And that it's like, you know what? Um, this thought and this belief about that a father needs to be in a son's life or if a parent needs to be in a child's life is something we're all taught from very young. Movies, books, whatever, they have the beaver cleaver, and it's like, just know that um, your son chose you to be his mother and him to be his father, knowing what type of life he would have with both of you and how they would be absent and that they would have you as their both their mother and their father, and in so many ways, and that you would be the source of their training, their mindsets, their experiences, and they chose you to be their primary teacher without having them in the picture. And so know that, because there is this change of thoughts and beliefs, this movement of thoughts and beliefs around relationship and what partnership is supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be. And so they're saying that they did their duty, and helped bring your son into the world, and that it's all unfolding perfectly as planned. And it's just changing the mindset and the mentality about the approach to it is what they're asking, for you. So that's what they have for you. So that is what they have. So many blessings for you. All right. So Christina, you are up. Yeah, any of my soothing tea. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for reminding me, double, triple, quadruple X. I saw your note there. I'm not getting any of my soothing tea or my smoothing tea. All right. So, Christina, will D and you go on another out of town trip? Just a quick getaway, if so, when? Let's take a look here. You are very welcome. Thank you for your kind word. Ooh, let's see. You got the moon card. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, let me see. Can you give me clarity on that one? Okay. So there is movement, there is things a coming. But the moon card is like, let's keep it a mystery, let's keep it a surprise. Cycles happen. And so they're kind of just saying, be patient with it unfolding. Because you do have the Four of Discs, which is stability in the outside world. But the swords, that they're kind of saying, let go of the expectations around it. And because the Five of Discs here, the Five of Pentacles, is about this change of perception in about sustenance and our outside world and where it all comes from. And so they kind of are having you just kind of look at how you look at your outside world a little bit through these experiences. And I like how you're focusing on how you had so much fun in October, and to really just focus on the gratitude around it. Um, yeah, because it's I don't know why they're showing me this, but this will probably make sense to you. So like, if you've ever worked in like in an office environment, and one day I just, you're at Starbucks or a drive-through coffee, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to get a coffee and a pastry for my friend or for my coworker. And it's like, wow, they're going to like that. And you were like, if only we knew what we're going to open up, right? Because you go and you give them the coffee and that, and they're like, oh my gosh. And immediately they're wondering, when, I wonder if they're going to bring me one tomorrow. And what if you do? Oh my God, you just are digging yourself a hole, because the third day, so after you bring the donut or the pastry and the coffee the next day, they're like, I wonder if they're going to bring one tomorrow. And you don't. The expectations grew so fast, so much of them expecting that you would, that they're very disappointed when you don't. And so there is this message around focus on being grateful for what you did have. And they're saying, try not to invest energy in the next, but enjoy what you had, enjoy what you did, and just let it be a mystery. Let it unfold, and uh, just allow it to unfold with that. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Because yeah. So because they just brought back in your expectations card, but with relationships and the expectation around a relationship and what it should be. And here comes the devil card in to challenge this, bring you these expectations to your face, rattle your cage to show you those expectations and our thoughts and our beliefs that keep us um, trapped, keep us caged. But and I don't, I feel like you have so much joy and appreciation for the things in your daily life. And I feel like yours is an innocent question of just, I liked it. When will we have it again? But it's like Spirit is saying and showing you that there are some expectations that are being, oh my gosh, yeah, rattled and changed because you got it again. 10 of swords, but this is about balancing the outside world. So there definitely is this the donuts and the coffee example. They're just showing try to enjoy the coffee and pastry that you got today and try not to expect it tomorrow. And then when it happens, it's great. And then try not to expect it again. And then what happens, it's great instead of disappointment and disappointment and disappointment. So interesting. I like their way they're communicating with you, Christina. But um, many blessings for you. That's what they have for you. So hang in there. All right. All right. Let me just take a look here. Sorry, it scooched really fast. All right. See, Aprilia. Right, Aprilia. And if and I just because we have so many people with questions and already answered one, if we could circle back around to yours at another time. There's a lot of questions from a lot of other people, and I'd like to give everyone a chance. I know you understand, so I appreciate that. So if I finish with everyone, I'll zip back up, but I don't know. I'm only going to be on for probably about another 7 minutes or so. I'm going to try to get through some other people too. So I thank you. All right. Hi, Yaya Ilo, Shelton. Very welcome, welcome. All right. So you will be after Sio Shanta. So Sio Shanta, let's take a look here. Any message from spirits or your ancestors? I am sure they have something for you. Let's take a look here. Actually, they want me to go to the Enchanted Map Oracle. So let's take a look here. So what do you have for Sio Shanta? Okay. Evidently, this was the deck. You got details. Beautiful card there. 43. Let's see what comes in here for you. Says the most powerful patterns are created within the tiniest details. Pay attention. This is the time to be aware of the fine print in all areas of your life. Look at the details and leave the broad strokes for another time. When this card appears in a reading, it's assigned to finesse a project, make small but meaningful gestures, or add a personal touch to your correspondence. Be aware that what you need to know lies in the details. If you're entering into an agreement of any kind, pay attention to them before, not after, when it's too late. Clarity and transparency are key. You can gain great understanding by observing the minute body language, offhand remarks, and fleeting facial expressions that reveal the larger picture. This card has a reverse meaning too, which I'm going to read in case it resonates. It says, heed the gentle warning that perfectionism will not lead you to what you desire, but instead will steer you away from it. Nothing will be good enough when you become obsessed with being perfect. No one can ever measure up to your scrutiny, and nothing that you can ever do will assuage the general feeling of not being up to par. You're perfect already, just as you are. Reversed, the details card challenges you to accept things as they are in all their imperfections, to step into the world and engage it without any expectations. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. All right. So that's the message they have for you, Siu Shanta. So many blessings to you. All right. So Shilton. Well, very good. Well, we are very grateful you are alive as well and that you have liked and subscribed as well. All right. And you're a Capricorn. And so your fiance is a Scorpio. She's been distant with no communication. Do you change and she comes back? Let's take a look here and see what Spirit has to say. All right. Okay, just a couple more clarifiers here. Let me see what this is going on here. You know, um, with what I'm seeing here with you have three other cards that came out, which I'll talk about here in a sec. So the Queen of Cups, this is um, she's very much, of course, this is very Scorpio energy, which is they're very much emotional beings. They're water element, water signs, and so she's diving deep in her emotions, and she goes very, very deep, very, very fast, right? And she has the Six of Cups, which with the Six of Cups and the Six of Pentacles coming out together here. This is like my codependency awareness card, and this is about someone from the past coming back into the picture, um, which what I'm seeing here. And Six of Cups can be about looking over at past memories and stuff, but what I feel, you know, with the Two of Cups with the Empress is like a new birth, newness coming in, and new like romance. And I almost feel like someone from their past either has come back into their life or it's such a strong thing with them they can't get past it. I feel like they are really in this place here trying to understand their emotions because the Four of Cups here shows she's looking at all her emotions here and she's trying to see which one would be most fruitful for her and what she's truly wanting. This is like her glancing and trying to see what does she want emotionally in her life. And I feel like with that reflection back with that Six of Cups and that Six of Pentacles, that she's just feels overwhelmed. I don't know if she's because the codependency awareness card usually means that someone in the relationship overgives and doesn't allow the other person to give back. But I feel like it wouldn't matter what you do because it's something that she has to deal with inside of herself. And because if you try to change, you don't know what she's wanting you to change. And, no offense to any Scorpios. Scorpios will probably go, yeah, we know. Scorpio has this energy that's within them that just is really it's they're transformative. They start off as scorpions that sting, then they transform into a snake that outgrows their skin and grows and sheds their skin and grows more. Still have to respect the snake. They will still strike. But then they transform into an eagle that sees things from way above, and then eventually a phoenix too. And the very transformative, very movement to movement to movement. Um, so I just feel like if there's no communication, that it's because she's off in her emotional adventure, trying to figure out what she wants out of her emotions in her life. So um, if she's not distant with no communication at all, then perhaps it's time to set her free so that she can figure it out. And if she determines what she wants and it's you, then she'll come back. But if not, then you have not invested anything else in there. I just feel with all those cards, it just I don't see Spirit is just basically saying don't invest energy in changing for someone else. Reflect inside you. What mirror was this showing you about you? And if there's something you want to change about you, then you change it. But if it's not changing for someone else, because that just leads to resentment later anyway. So hopefully that makes sense and resonates for you. My heart goes out to you. We've been there, we understand heartache and heartbreak and the not knowing what is going on. So just trust that it's a mirror that's happening for you to show you what you want to see about yourself. And you let her go deal with what she needs to deal with. The only thing you can control is your self-love, you reflecting on you, what you're feeling through it all, and understanding your fears and transforming those to change the vibration you want to change within you. So that's what they have for you, Shelton. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. Hey, Jalen. Welcome, welcome. You are up and you do a reading on you and okay, let's take a look here. So reading on you and Will, and then will your oldest son ever forgive you? Okay, let's take a look here. It's a little too many cards there, Jalen. Oh my gosh. It's like half the deck. I'm going to switch up here. I'm going to go to the Tarot of the Magical Forest. All right. All right. Will your son ever forgive you for divorcing his dad? All right. So, for you, and I don't know, Spirit knows. So I was like, wasn't sure if it's like you and someone named Will. Well, if it's you, if it's just a reading on you, regardless, it's going to end up being the same here for you because you've got The Knight of Wands, which is about movement, fast movement, you know, passion, energy, so it's just about fast moving energy. You got the Lovers card and the Celebration card, the Marriage card. So you have love and you have marriage in your future, and it's going to come fast, passionate, and so I do see that um, this is still in the cards for you, is what I feel like they want to say, literally in the cards for you. So, um, and not to, you know, it's like, and don't beat yourself up over it. I don't know what that means. Um, that it's okay. That don't make it. Let's say, don't make it weird. Don't make it. They are being weird, but yeah, don't make it like a failure. Like, don't let failure be a part of it. Like, oh, my first failed marriage, I don't want to fail again, or anything like that. I think that's what they're saying about the weirdness. They're like, just enjoy it for what it is, and just don't put anything around it. Don't make it weird. Now you get it. And your son, patience, temperance, it'll all unfold. It just takes time for them to get over it, and they will. There's the Emperor card. They will get this time in their life when they will take their life into their hands, and they'll understand. I just feel like when they realize um, their passion, their drive, their ambition, they really take control of their life. I mean, all three of these are very strong divine masculine energy. That when I feel like when they take chances in life and they um, have what's in their mind, like they made a mistake or they changed direction or they have a divorce or they have a relationship that they break up with someone because of things that happened or whatever, that they get it, that they will end up being on the other side of something similar that puts them in the same position as you were. And then they will be like, oh, yeah, I get it now. And then it'll happen. But it takes them to get to that point, and that's okay. You don't need to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. I love they're just being like, you don't have to worry about it. Just gonna be all fine, and that's okay. And yes, you can invite them to your wedding. We've got the Two of Cups coming in, saying that, yep, you will have it. You will have, and it's okay to invite them. So yep, that's it, Jalen. That's what they have for you. So many blessings. All right. Emma Rose Zakowski, you will be up next. And you actually are going to be my last one for tonight. And I know I hate to say that, but please know I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain, and then also on Sunday, 11 a.m. And of course at 7 p.m. every night. And if you need an answer tonight, please, if you go to my main page and look at my playlists, I have pick a cards. In fact, I might even have them here where I can throw them out here for you. I think I have a pick a card list. Yeah, here's my link to all my pick a cards, which have relationship and all sorts of scenarios in there. Also, the weekly energy updates that I put out each week, and that's by each individual zodiac sign. So you can even check those out. And then also, December's readings are out for the monthlies, which is actually just next week when December starts. So those are some of the examples of the playlist I have out there. And just follow your heart, and spirit will guide you to the reading with the message for you, because that's how smart they are. I also offer personal readings, which all that information is listed in the description box of the video below. So if you want to check any of those out, you know where you can do that as well. So thank you guys so much again for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. I really, really appreciate it. And I'm going to finish up here with Emma Rose. Hello. And I hope you are well as well. So, what does Spirit suggest that you should do to make your YouTube channel and modeling acting career a success? All right, let's take a look here. Okay, so you got 2 and 2. Let's take a look here. Yeah. So you have the King of Wands and also the Chariot card. And this is about movement, movement, movement. So, you know, King of Wands, you hold your magic wand and you're able to super focus and you're able to get things done. You're protected from risk in a way. Normally, they'll have like a lizard that protects it, a salamander that protects you from the heat of the risk of the fiery of the wand. But you have this power of choice in here too, which I feel it's like you taking control, you making movement, you stepping forward and doing things. Very much, you know, it just takes some energy of pouring yourself into doing those things and showing yourself, not in a, you know, I mean, like being present on YouTube like this, you know, putting yourself out there, letting people see you, the true you, and seeing your passion and allowing that to come through. Try not to do things according to everyone else's. Yeah, the Queen of Swords. Try not to do things strictly from your mind. She's the balancing of heart and mind. So when you're making decisions, try not to do it just out of the supposed to and the should, and this is what YouTubers do. This is what fashion people or modeling, acting people do. It's like, no, you know, what is your heart? What's your passion? And then balance the, you know, bring some mind into it of how to get it done. But I've so much of this is about living your passion and not a supposed to and a should. And if you live your life and you live your dream and you go after your passion, then you have the wheel of fortune. This is the endings and new beginnings. It's what takes you and turns your life into success, into that direction. But I feel it so much with that, especially the King of Wands popping in there too. It's about you living a life full of the passion for what makes your heart sing and not what everyone else is telling you you're supposed to do and should do and need to do and have to do. Because when you're living your passion, you are enjoying each moment. When you're waiting, trying to do all these things and try to make everything else happen, then it just feels like work and it feels like you're existing and you're not living. And I feel like that's their advice, is to live your passion and be passionate about your passion, and everything else just takes care of itself. You have the smarts, you'll know how to bring that into to be, but don't get too caught up in all those expectations of everyone else. So that's what they have for you, Emma Rose. We will look for you in the future. You'll be a bright and shining star, I'm sure. All right. So that's what we have. And I apologize, everyone, that I wasn't able to get down to so much. I would love to stay on here forever and ever and ever and ever. um, but I do have to balance. And I was trying to keep it to 2 hours. And I was like, well, 2.5. And here I'm at almost 3 hours again, 2 hours and 45 minutes. But I did take off yesterday. So, you know, hey, but I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you want to catch me there, otherwise check out my playlist. And please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So have a great night, a great day, wherever you're at in the world. And we'll talk to you soon. You guys take care.